Howdy, hi. It is Dear Job Sports MLB Rundown picks and predictions for Friday, April 18th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, previous day's results. I got rocked. 2-5 on the day. We go 0-3 on moneyline bets. If you've continued fading me on the money line, you could probably retire from your day job. Over-unders, 2-2, moneyline 0-3. We will recap these real quick, and then I'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. Game number uno, it was the Diamondbacks and the Marlins. This was the only real sweat-free bet of the day, as this one landed the over. Final score 6-4, but this one landed the over in the bottom of the fifth inning. So there wasn't much action after the fifth inning, as they scored one run in the final 4 innings of baseball, but the beginning 4 were loaded. The Marlins out-hit the D-backs 13-5, and they lost this game by 2. Another crazy hitting line where you out-hit them by 8, but you lose the game by 2. That was mostly because the D-backs just hit bombs. Smith with 2 bombs, Corbin Carroll with single, Perdomo with a single, Josh Naylor with the bomb. Too many walks, way too many walks for Edward Cabrera and their bullpen. Our other winner was the over 7.5 runs in the Athletics in the Chicago White Sox game. This was only thanks to the Athletics, as the White Sox score 0 runs. 0. Not a single one. The Athletics score 8 on 13 hits. I really don't know how the White Sox are this bad. It is their entire lineup. They're just all horrible. And it doesn't get any easier for the White Sox. Their upcoming schedule, next game they play, they go at the Red Sox, at the Twins. They then go at the Athletics. They go 10 road games in a row because the Red Sox series is a 4-gamer. They legitimately might lose all 10. This team is horrible. I am never betting their money line ever again. Our losers, we had the Guardians. They pain me. Guardians minus 120 and the over 8.5 runs. The Guardians only scored 2 runs the entire game. 2 of them. And they came from the most unlikely of people. Daniel Schneemann with a homer, and then Austin Hedges with a homer. The bottom half of their lineup did great. They had a total of 4 hits. The top half of our lineup did awful. 2 for 16 were our 1 through 4 guys. Jose Ramirez went 0 for. Gabriel Arias went 0 for. Lane Thomas. We have to have a serious discussion in Cleveland about how ass Lane Thomas is. He has 37 plate appearances this year. He's hitting a .147, 5 hits, no home runs, only 1 extra base hit, it's a double, 2 RBIs, and 11 strikeouts. This dude is ass, but we don't really have a better option because our only other option is John Kenzie Noel, who is also just straight buns. It's tough sledding here in Cleveland. We suck. We then took the White Sox money line. I don't have to talk any more about them. Why I did that, I have no idea. We then took the Angels, which I thought was good value, and the over of 9.5 runs. This one just ended. Final score, Angels 3, Rangers 5. The over was looking really good, considering it was 3-4 in the top, or 3-5 in the top of the 5th inning. And then they just didn't score for the entire rest of the game. So Angels go stagnant. Mike Trout, another dude we have to talk about. What is he doing? He's hitting a .184, 0 for 4 today with 3 strikeouts. Like, Mike, I like you, but can you do better when I bet on you, please? I don't like it when you hit 186. That's not fun. 17 strikeouts this year for Mike Trout. Only 12 hits. This is a dude who is famous for making contact and not striking out. What's going on, Mike? Okay, that is the recap. We will get on to the picks for tomorrow. First game, not chronologically, but it's what we're going with. I'm taking the Rays minus 110 on the money line and the over of 8.5 runs. Why is this line so short? I don't think Vegas has seen what Carlos Rodon has done this year. He's 1-3 on the year with a 5.48 ERA, going up against Drew Rasmussen, 1-0 with a 0.60 ERA. Rasmussen's been really good. So far this year, he's played 2 games. He went 5-5, giving up 4 hits and 3 hits, only 1 earned run. He's been pitching really well. Carlos Rodon, he's about the exact opposite of that. This dude stinks. He's made 4 starts. He has gone 5 1/3, 5 2/3 in 6 innings. He's given up tons and tons of hard contact. He's given up 5 home runs in 4 games. The teams he's played: San Francisco, Detroit, Arizona, and Milwaukee. 4 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 3 hits, and he's had massive walk problems. In his 4 starts, he has walked 12 batters. He's averaging 3 walks a start. And you're going to tell me he's going up against a pretty potent Tampa Bay offense. They've been hitting the ball really well. I don't know why this line's so short. Give me the Rays. Give me the over. I think Tampa Bay can easily score 6 or 7. And then obviously if you're betting against the Yankees, you kind of have to take the over just in case one of these guys goes for like 6 home runs. It's like, okay, could it happen? Yeah, probably. So I'll take the over. Next game, we are not taking any money line here. It is the Twins and the Braves. I'm taking the over, 8 runs. Both of these pitchers are ass. Chris Paddock, 0-2 on the year with almost a 10 ERA. Bryce Elder, 0-1 on the year, 7.2 ERA. The only thing that's kind of concerning about this game is the Twins' bats have not been good recently. The Braves have been hitting the baseball a little better as of late. This is their first game back home after a road trip where they went to Tampa Bay and then Toronto. So they had a day off in between the Toronto to back home. So that's nice. They get a day of rest. The Twins do not have that luxury. They just wrapped up they do have that luxury. Excuse me. So both of these teams are coming off of a day of rest, which I also like. Chris Paddock, this man is very bad. So far this year, he has 12 innings pitched. He's given up 13 runs. 3 home runs. He has 8 walks and only 9 strikeouts. This dude is ass. The teams he's played: Detroit, Houston, and the White Sox. None of those teams are good at hitting. Not a single one of them. This is probably the best lineup he's going to play. The Braves aren't bad. Is their record horrible? Yes. But at the beginning of the season, they played the Dodgers and the Padres, 2 of the best teams on the West Coast. I think the Braves can get to Paddock here, score 6 or 7. That way we only need 2 or 3 runs from the Twins, and we'll call it good. So give me the over of 8 runs. All right, here we got the weirdest line of the day to me. Someone explain why Corbin Burns keep on getting this respect. The D-backs, minus 135 on the money line. Why? Give me the Cubs plus 115. Then the wind is blowing out at Wrigley, so that means you just have to blindly take the over. Never fade the wind in Chicago. Weather means everything. So give me the over, 10.5 runs, even with Colin Rea on the mound with a 1.0 ERA, only pitching 9 innings. Still taking the over. D-backs, I'm pretty sure they just had a really good series against the Marlins. Let me double check that right quick. Yeah, they just swept the Marlins. They've won 5 games in a row where they have scored 5 runs, 10 runs, 6 runs, and 6 runs. So these boys are balling. They know what they got going on. The Cubbies, they're one of the best scoring teams in the entire country right now. In their most recent games, they have 16, 4, 4, 2-2, but they are coming back home after a West Coast trip. Their previous home games, they have scored 2, 10, 7, 7, 7, 10, and 3. So these boys can hit the ball a ways. I really don't like how Corbin Burns has been pitching this year. Hold on, let me pull up his stats real quick. He's gone 15 innings. He has 14 strikeouts, but he has 9 walks. What is up with these dudes in walking this year? He's given up a total of 11 runs, 3 home runs. The teams he has played: Milwaukee, Washington, and New York. Obviously, Milwaukee and New York, you're probably going to give up some bombs to. But he only went 5 innings against the Nationals, gave up 7 hits and 4 earned runs. That is not good. Not good at all. I'm going to take the over. I think both of these teams can score. Windy blowing out. Also taking the Cubbies plus 115 on the money line. There is no chance I am laying minus 135 with Corbin Burns. The dude has been horrible this entire year. Final game, I'm taking the Dodgers minus 1.5 runs at plus 115. Also taking the over of 8 runs. The Dodgers, 14-6 on the year. They have Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound, 2-1 on the season with a 1.23 ERA. Makes it nice and easy. Going up against the Rangers, who are 11-7. Jacob deGrom on the bump, 0-0 with a 4.3 ERA. Texas, They are coming off of an interesting series against the Angels where I really don't think they played that well, but they swept the Angels. They won 4-0, 3-1, 5-3. So they got really good performances from their starting pitchers and their bullpen. But going up against the Dodgers, that is going to be a completely different story, as these boys are pretty good at baseball. Dodgers are coming off of a day off, but before that, they just swept the Rockies at home. Honestly, didn't look that great against the Rockies either. They won 5-3, 6-2, and 8-7. But if you just look at who you got in the lineups and who's actually hitting the ball well, it really shouldn't be that hard to see why I'm taking the Dodgers. Yamamoto, he's been pretty good. They paid him a ton of money, and he's had some problems going length in games. He's gone 5 innings, 6 innings, and 6 innings, only allowing 2 hits, 3 hits, and 5 hits, striking out 9, 5, and 10. The guy's really good at baseball, but if you've been listening on a few Dodgers podcasts I tune into, apparently he has really bad social anxiety, and he stresses about the games too much. He was worried about going to a big market team. Now he's on the Dodgers, so a little bit of concern there, but nothing too much. I'm really not impressed with this Rangers team. They have really big names in the lineup that are hitting the ball like shit. Marcus Semien, 117. Jock Peterson is hitting 0.7. What the fuck are you doing? Jake Berger hitting 151. Adolis Garcia, he's hitting 200, but he's a power guy, so that's okay. The only bats you really got to dodge right now, Corey Seager, Josh Jung, and Jonah Heim. I think Jonah Heim's one of the best catchers in the league. So if you can dodge those guys and keep Semien, Peterson, and Garcia to hitting the ball very poorly, I think the Dodgers win this no problem. Also taking the over. Dodgers are kind of like a team like the Yankees. They can just score 6 to 7 runs. Nobody's business. I mean, you got Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Hernandez, and then at the bottom you got to deal with Muncy and Austin Barnes. Austin Barnes actually has a shitty average. What is he doing? I remember he was decent last year. Anyway, that is it. Dodgers minus 1.5, plus 115, and the over is what I'm rocking with here. Okay, that is going to do it for me in this video. Hopefully, I don't get my ass kicked today. I hate baseball. I need the WNBA to get here quick. All right, I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.